Hello, good morning. It's Wednesday the 6th. I'm FX Plu and this is the market brief. So services output data fell to 13.4 yesterday. That's the lowest since records began in 1995. Despite this, sterling spent the day in a pretty narrow trading range between 124.20 and 124.85 against the dollar. And almost as if they didn't want to miss out on the action, Virgin Atlantic popped up to announce 3,000 job cuts, along with the possibility they will quit their slots at London Gatwick. Branson has been calling upon the government for a little while to provide cash to help the airline survive the growing crisis, but so far help has not been forthcoming. On one hand, Virgin is a major employer and a flagship of the UK aviation industry, but on the other hand, Branson's total commitment to minimising his the tax that his group of companies pay, it normally hits a bit of a nerve whenever there is a cry for help from within the Virgin Group. The US followed suit with poor data from the service sector, breaking a run of 112 months. 112 months where the service data came in above 50. That's 9 years of service sector expansion. We saw 41.8 yesterday. So there's still a long way for them to go before they're on a par with the UK and the Eurozone, but it still marks the end of a 9-year run and underlines the need to get the US economy moving again. On that note, we saw the lowest number of COVID-19 fatalities reported in a month, and that renewed calls from several states for businesses to begin to reopen. The corona infighting continued in Europe yesterday when a German court ruled it illegal for the Bundesbank to be mandated by the ECB to participate in the QE programme of bond buying. Unless, of course, it could be justified on a case-by-case basis. It's early days there and the ECB is still yet to respond, but taken to its natural conclusion, that could mean that individual states can challenge the ECB in their domestic courts whenever something is deemed contrary to the interests of the individual nations involved. Hardly a progressive step towards fiscal union, I'm sure you'll agree. Euro dollar was pretty choppy after that news broke, and we saw it trading between 108.25 and 109.25 on the day yesterday. And finally, it was reported yesterday that the UK death toll has passed Italy's. Naturally, this sparked heated debate over the definitions, like whether an absolute number was fair when a per capita number would need to be about 10% higher from the UK. And of course the old favourite was rolled out over whether data reporting is consistent. It's like they're playing a game of hot potato trying to avoid the dubious honour of the most deaths in Europe. But I fear that it rather trivialises what actually started it off, which is nearly 60,000 people have died in the UK and Italy so far. 60,000 really makes you think. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.